What's good, y'all? R&P here. We just got a little quick announcement. I know you guys probably don't care, but our cameraman, who was our producer today, Vod, he does a lot of stuff. He streams, he writes, and he also makes music. And sometime either this month or next month, he got a new song called In My Head coming out, and it's a banger. So make sure you check it out. He gonna have music videos, photo shoots, all that stuff. Yes, Rick's in his head tweaking because he's thinking about the song.
No, I'm trying to hypnotize them into going on Spotify, checking out the song. So just stare into my eyes, count to 3, blink, and you'll be on Spotify listening to the music. And then while you're at it, subscribe to
R&P. Check out King Vod. We love you guys. Peace out. You're crazy because the song not even go play. So you just did a dance for no reason. You
couldn't put the song in.
Nah, he told me not to. So you did a dance for no reason. All right, y'all. Peace.
What's good, y'all? This is another episode of the R&P podcast, giving you opinions on topics you've never asked for. It's been a minute since I said that. With your host with the most, Rick, and my co-host.
Hi, I'm PLAX. How you doing?
And then, not to be forgotten, he's here once a month. The greatest.
The GOAT.
The best.
Cameraman Vod.
The GOAT.
Actually, the GOAT. Vod hasn't been on mic since the episode.
For a long
since
time.
The episode that he was on. What was that, 85 or something like that?
He's never been behind the scenes with a mic.
Yeah,
he's had to share one with Ray. Even though there's
and Ray hogs his
yeah,
mic.
Ray does hog.
Well, that's because I don't own a fourth mic. Oh, well. Maybe if we get a fourth mic, we might integrate it in there.
I'm usually taking care of the camera anyway.
Yeah, he's usually doing camera stuff.
Yeah, but they be hearing you talk. I've gotten many messages like, "Who's that deep voice
in the back
talking?
Who is that? Who?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's Vod.
That's our cameraman. As you guys may or may not know, producer Ray isn't here again. Yeah, that's because he's about to quit.
He's put in his 2 weeks.
He's put in his 2 weeks. Nah,
we don't pay him, so
we don't pay him.
He's
so
not getting a W-2.
If Ray or Vod just wanted to leave,
no severance. Yeah.
They're very allowed to leave. I would just cry.
Yeah, I would be sad.
And
but
send
I
them voice
like,
messages like, please.
Yeah, I would be very, very sad. But I feel like, no slight to them, obviously, because I appreciate everything that they do for us. I feel like we've gotten kind of a system down.
Oh no, we do have a system. Listen, we were doing it before. We would have to do it again. Yeah, but we prefer.
I'm saying even before then, the help that they've given us has made our system
better.
Yeah. But they just wouldn't be a part of that system. We would just
be
like,
unfortunate.
I appreciate everything y'all did to us.
I think we might pipe.
Oh, whoa. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Not Steve, the Drake.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Not the Drake looking over the Carrier.
I think, I need a max win. Whatever the fuck
I need a max. Don't disrespect.
Whatever the fuck that dumb shit
I need the max win.
Dumbass shit he
That's
said.
The most
stealing from small streamers, you disgusting
No,
fuck.
He didn't stream. He showed her merch. That's what the hat is. He bought her merch, or someone bought her merch for him,
why
which
was
basically
he streaming,
uses Drake money. Flashes it on Drake's stream. You know how much of a... Imagine he had an R&B sticker on.
Oh, we'd be up. Yeah, that's a million subs.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a million subs.
I need that max. That's the most greatest
he would never do that
ever.
Because we talk too much shit about him.
I think it's because we're men and black.
Fuck. Wow. Damn. Okay. Well... Yeah, I wasn't gonna say pipe. I meant to say.
I say a lot about Drizzy. I don't know who he is as a person.
I don't either. Honestly, I feel like Drizzy would be in our friend group, but we would make fun of him a lot. He'd be friend group adjacent, like other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'd be definitely adjacent.
That's fair.
We would make fun of him.
Well, I'll say this, Drake, because they already clipped that first part. I mean you no harm. I don't know you as a person. You don't know me as a person. Anything I say is a joke because you're a celebrity, so you're of status where I can make jokes about you because you make more money than me, and when the world blows up, you'll probably be on a spaceship going somewhere. So fuck you. I mean,
I guess that's any celebrity that's not like a criminal. It's really just jokes because we don't know them. You know what I'm saying?
There's some niggas who aren't criminals that I make jokes about that I mean.
That you mean it?
Yeah.
You throw one out there.
Nah, they know.
Pete Davidson.
Everything I say about him is true.
Yeah.
Because I don't say anything about him.
But I will say that nigga is fucking funny, though. Yeah. He's made me laugh.
It depends.
A handful of times. Even when I didn't like him, like I'll be watching his clips. And I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker again hating, right?
Yeah.
And then
As usual.
per usual, and then he'd say something, and I'd be like,
He's definitely a personality.
Trying to cover the chuckle.
Hilarious.
Like, oh, that was kind of funny.
He's definitely a personality.
Yeah, you know the nigga that you don't like, he say something funny, you like, whatever.
Whatever. That's gross.
Funny nigga.
That's gross
whatever.
work. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but they exist.
Yeah, there's some people out there. But I wasn't going to say pipe. That's crazy. I said, I feel like we're going to pop soon, and it would be terrible that right before we pop, that Vod and Ray would leave. That would be unfortunate.
They jumped off too early.
Yeah. But they're
we
here.
could bring them up and like gloat. Be like,
oh, no, that's crazy.
And then reach down and lift them up.
No, you're...
Wait, they coming along.
They are coming.
But they got to pay the piper.
If niggas, if like, say we add more people to the group over time, and then we blow up, and then
That's
some of them niggas...
If you don't know, audio listeners, which I guess I don't know how many of those exist.
Anymore. We don't promote Spotify.
Yeah, I was looking down at who I presume would be Vod and Ray as they look up at us because we're of better status than them. And I did a little gloat dance, but then I reached down to lift them up.
I'm not going to use Vod and Ray as an example. I'm going to say other people that may join later. If we popped and then they left or something like that, I would be like, you could come, but
who'd be a part of
R&P before we pop?
Well, no, I mean after we pop, because I'm saying Ray and Vod and some of our other friends in terms of giving us like feedback on stuff we put out. Other than that, nobody else is.
No, I'm saying if they joined R&P. I'm saying if somebody joined R&P to do work, an intern. You don't think we could get an intern before we pop?
To do what?
Something. We'll give them a job. Edit.
If y'all pop,
no, edit.
if y'all definitely pop and I'm not around, I'm definitely be with y'all though because
no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
We gonna all be rich.
You know, I think Ray. If Ray wasn't with us though, when we pop, I feel like Ray would talk shit on other podcasts
about us.
Yeah, not like he would say shit just to get clicks,
maybe,
and then we would be like. But he would be here with us later.
Yeah, but
type of
we
shit.
paid him like every once in a while. Like
I haven't paid him
originally.
in months.
But yeah, I'm saying a long time. We never paid Vod as far as I know.
I paid Vod.
Oh, okay.
Y'all paid
I paid Vod. Yeah, chill.
Well, my fault. I don't know what kind of operation we're running here. I'm just the face.
I'm not that.
I definitely appreciate the payment y'all do get.
Yeah, like we don't do a lot, but
like
I will say
when I did that job,
we've gotten them into places for free.
We have.
Yep,
when I did that job. Yep. I was like, oh, I gotta pay Ray and Vod real quick.
Yeah, 100%.
Now
we've gotten them into places for free.
We have.
They've seen concerts. Well,
not me.
Not you.
Yeah, Vod did.
Yeah, you talking about.
Vod did because we didn't know how
much pull
we had.
Yeah, we didn't know that we could have brought you. We didn't know that we could have. But
that's the thing with Buffalo. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, we get a little. Support from time to time.
100%.
But we don't get enough for us, our hometown. We don't get enough for us to feel like we can make a move. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, no, 100%.
Like have our boy come in for free type of shit.
I feel like that's changing a little bit. I feel like people
I'm not confident in that. Unless somebody boldface tell us y'all good and
no, I'm talking about getting recognition from Buffalo, not in terms of doing stuff, because I feel like we're just not that type of pod. Like obviously we'll interview people, we'll always do our research, we'll make sure everybody feels comfortable, and then try to bring out the funny in them. But I feel like we're just not that type of pod where people like, we're not like free promo. We're not like no label. Like they sit down and they have like in-depth conversation, and like that's like their thing is to talk with people and have like those like meaningful conversations. So I feel like it's easier for them to network because that's what people kind of like gravitate to is those type of lanes.
That's fair.
But I feel like with us, we don't really do that, but I feel like people are seeing us more. Yeah. And thus that's making them be like, oh, what these dudes got going
on. If we were to do something, people would be like, oh, them niggas is outside for once.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
100%.
That's fair.
I don't think we're unknown. I just don't think we're like super known.
Sometimes I feel like we unknown. I'm not gonna lie.
It depends. It depends on the lane.
Like, well, first of all, sneak vibing is the cream of the crop. So if she knows you're doing all right.
No, I feel like it depends on the lane. No, 100%. Yeah. But I feel like it depends on the lane. If you like what we like in Buffalo, odds are you've seen maybe one of our videos for 2 seconds. Whether it was if it was our really old videos or something really new, I don't know. But I feel like you've seen it at least once.
Okay, that's fair. maybe my viewpoint is skewed. Maybe I'm a little skewed.
Because I feel like you're more ingratiated into like the music side of Buffalo. We don't have any like connection to like our side of Buffalo, which is very strange. We probably should figure that out.
The pod side.
The pod side, the nerd side.
No, not even the pod side. Because I feel like we have connections with the pod. Well, for any of them that actually still do it.
Well, shit. No, again, free pro. Shout out to No Label. They've been on our shit.
They've been on. Yep.
Yeah, they're basically the number one pod in the city, and we pretty much right next to them.
Yeah, we jokingly called them Big Bro.
Yeah, we jokingly call them Big Bro. Like, so we do have pod connections, and all the pods that are no longer around, we were with all of them.
Yeah, at
the time. So it's just the nerd side of.
Yeah, we need to tap into the nerd side of Buffalo.
We gotta go outside, in a sense of not the traditional outside, but go outside as in cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What if we did a pod? Would you feel comfortable doing a pod at Queen City Comics?
I was just thinking that. I don't know if they do stuff like that, but it'd be really cool.
We could ask.
Yeah.
Don't hurt to ask.
Yeah, definitely ask.
Coming soon if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
R&P at Queen City.
That'd be crazy.
Comics. That would be dope.
That'd
Would
be
y'all
nice.
do that? Would y'all do that live or a recorded?
Probably be live.
Yeah, probably live. We don't go out much, so it would probably have to had to be alive. But yeah, we talked about us enough. Rick said he had some stuff that he wanted to get into. We will face each other.
How much time we got? Oh yeah, we got enough.
Yeah.
Right.
So Rick, what do you want to get into, man?
So Steve,
you said you had a story for me. So
no, I have a I guess you could say a new thing I learned, some new knowledge I acquired. You all right? It's that.
No, I was just making sure you was in frame.
I am. I look.
You good? Okay.
Trust me. I'll sit up if it makes you feel good. But yeah, I acquired some new knowledge on the interweb, right?
Okay.
And I just learned how crazy America is sometimes. There's this company, you might have never heard of them. Usually you don't. Called Raytheon.
I've heard of that, yeah. I call some of them.
For Raytheon?
Not for them, but I call them.
We call them. Do you know what they do?
Ain't they like an oil company or something? No?
They do a lot of things.
They do a lot, okay.
But one of the main things they do is weaponry, missile guiding systems, missiles in general.
They don't say that when they tell me to call.
They never do.
They don't tell you that,
but like you, who didn't know what they actually did, they've teamed up with the Girl Scouts of America. And they've funded the Girl Scouts of America computer science program. And I just feel like there's just some weird disconnect there where we're bombing children, but then teaching children how to like type. You know, like I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect. You know, and so I just felt like I wanted to get your idea on this.
I got a conspiracy theory.
Okay, yep.
They funding the Girl Scouts.
Yep, 100%.
It's because they be making the Girl Scouts make the bombs.
Oh,
That's crazy. But I have another theory.
Okay.
What if they're making the Girl Scouts of America sleeper agents?
Oh.
Because think about it.
You remember that story? It was 5 Russian women.
Yep.
They came over here, was acting like they was Americans. They was spies.
Yep.
Lived whole life, was married, had kids, all that shit. They got caught and was like, peace, and went back home.
Yep.
Oh.
Left their husbands, their kids, all that shit.
Yep.
Why can't we do it?
Well,
it's cool when they do it.
Well, there's that movie Salt that kind of talks about that with Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah.
But even past that, just think about it like this, right? Girl Scouts of America, I believe, bring in like billions of dollars.
They do. They
selling
make bread,
cookies, right?
yeah.
So imagine that funding private military. Imagine that funding weaponry. Imagine that imagine this all being one big Ponzi scheme of like, you sell these $20 cookies, which have no business being $20.
Right.
While we use the markup from it because we buy these for like $1 a piece at Sam's Club or BJ's.
Yeah,
we
nothing.
buy a box of 1,000 for $1,
Yeah.
and you turn around and sell them for $10 to $20 each. That's a profit. We take that money, we use it to do research and R&D for the weaponry and your training, and we have ourselves a personal Black Widow-esque training facility with Girl Scouts of America.
I think
Who
that's
can get closer to the president? Me or a Girl Scout?
Girl Scout for sure. Not a nigga.
Well, the current president.
Yeah, the current president. Even Barack,
Well,
he'd be worse.
Bar-
He definitely don't want a nigga.
Come on now.
Barack had a problem. Barack had a problem with J. Cole asking him, what you doing for us? He was like, it's not that easy. And
Yeah,
then-
that was his response. Okay, whatever, brother. I'm sure it's not, but I'm still. Come on, brother. But I think, you know what? America do a lot of shady things.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's being proactive. If you go change, as long as they not treating the little girls
Yeah.
like making them do certain shit that's
Yeah.
crazy, I think it's smart.
So if we randomly, this is a wild joke. Maybe I should choose a different one. No, I'm fine
talk
with
to
it.
me, man. Talk your
If
shit.
we randomly see like Girl Scouts show up in like the Russian-Ukraine war or like the Israel-Palestine conflict, if we see like Girl Scouts showing up there in the relief effort, are they there for relief?
They
or-
there to beef.
There
They be
was-
there to beef.
on Twitter, I guess now known as
X.
X, but I'll call it Twitter. There was a showing of an assassination of a North Korean official.
Mm.
He got stabbed in the neck, I believe.
God damn.
Yeah, and I think in front of his own home.
I was gonna say in the suit,
Yeah.
in the Dior suit.
Yeah. So he got done. But I'm like, what if we watch that video and then we see a little green beret over to the small left side of the video?
That's a low key. That's an anime.
It probably
Low-
already is.
It
one.
probably already is, but
Well,
like
yeah.
What they name it?
Girl Scouts of America.
Girl Scout.
Girl Scouts of America.
It'd be Girl X Scout.
Girl X Scout.
It'd
Yeah.
be Girl X Scout, and the Scout part would be like military font, and then the girl would be like
Yeah, like
the bubbly
ditzy.
font.
And it would be a double shot of the main character.
Yeah.
One side is her in her Girl Scout uniform.
And then the other side is her stained, blood stained with like a military beret.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
then she's holding Cookie, and the other one she's like holding C4.
Coming soon, R&P anime. We got a list of stuff that we're gonna put out.
Girl X Scout.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's
Yeah.
one of the animes
And
we're
then
gonna put
the
out.
opening is really like
Ditzy?
ditzy, but then the ending, like the ending theme
gets
is like
dark.
really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's how they do
the beginning is them dancing, and the ending scene is like her like with
With an AK-47 on her
sitting
chest.
on a pile of bodies, surrounded by her platoon, which is her real platoon, and she has her like. She might be a sniper or something,
Yeah.
so she got like a giant rifle and then like a little pistol that she's holding while she's, and then all the other ones are like different. Like there's one holding like a M4. There's one with the regular AR or something. The other one only runs in the battle with 2 dual blades.
She's crazy.
yeah.
That's gonna be
Still
crazy.
alive.
That's the Kakashi character.
Yeah,
She's just nice.
she's nice. But yeah, so Girl X Scout.
She like, y'all thought I joined the Girl Scouts because I like being a Girl Scout. I just like to beat the shit out of people.
I just like to kill.
They like Megan.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. But yeah, Girl X Scout coming to a TV
Coming
near you,
soon, R&P,
2026.
man. We're gonna drop the manga first.
Yes.
Then we're gonna drop the anime like a year.
It's
going
gonna
to
be the manga, and then you're gonna get a teaser trailer of the anime with the opening and all the girls doing their dance or whatever.
And then you see somebody
you'll
get
the-
sniped.
Yeah, and then yeah. And then-
A high official in a different country gets
Yeah.
swiped.
Yep.
And then at the funeral, they're like, "Would you like some cookies?" That's fire. That's hard.
Well, no, they leave a cookie on the body, and whoever the Girl Scout who did it is, they leave a different flavor. So and their code names are the flavor of cookie.
Cookie that they
so
they
they
sell
want
the
mint.
most.
The other one is Snickerdoodle,
Snickerdoodle.
Chocolate chip.
S'more.
S'more. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Don't steal our idea. I swear to God, Mappa. Do not.
Mappa's not doing anything right now. They're on strike.
Well, they're on strike, so they can't.
Yeah.
Somebody from Mappa is like, write that down.
Write that down. Yeah, the execs are. The execs
Yeah,
are like,
write
we're
that
about to
down.
kill these. About to kill these workers with this idea.
They like Rick Plax. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll send you a little check.
Yeah, right.
We'll send you
Yeah,
they're not gonna
right.
send us a check.
In yen. It'd be 1 yen.
Oh,
It's like
fuck.
5 cents.
That'd be.
But
that's unfortunate.
but yeah,
That'd be proof that they stole it from.
but yeah, I just feel like with all that being said,
Mm-hmm.
back to the original point, I just feel like it's hilarious that Raytheon is backing the Girl Scouts of
yeah.
America.
You're definitely right. It's definitely we're talking about a manga anime. It's probably what's happening.
Probably what's happening.
Maybe not to the same exact extent, but I don't think they're against going that far.
Oh no, not 100%.
No, like
not.
having little girls sniping people and shit like that. I don't think they have a problem with that. So
All right, and then and I guess this is a good transition into the other topic I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Girl Scouts going on suicide missions. What other group to bring up other than the Thunderbolts that are Marvel Suicide Squad, right? You like that transition?
A good transition.
Good transition, right? The reason I bring them up is because Marvel has released their synopsis for the Thunderbolts, and I'm gonna read it here, right? And then I'm gonna tell you the lineup, and I want you to tell me who you think is gonna die. I have an easy answer for you. If we just use our head, but if you want to
like the one person that's gonna die or all the people?
When I tell you the list of characters, you're gonna know who's gonna die.
Okay.
You're gonna 100% know who's gonna bite the fucking dust.
Get your money here.
So, the synopsis for the Thunderbolts. A team of supervillains is sent on what turns out to be a suicide mission. They weren't supposed to come back alive. When they realize this, they team up to destroy the person who sent them to die. Right? So we have Ghost, which is the villain of Ant-Man 2, the one who can phase through stuff, the girl. The Soviet, what was his name? Or the Red
Guardian?
Yeah.
Red Guardian.
So, yep, and then you got...
Dude from Stranger Things.
Yes,
yeah.
and then you got the new Black Widow.
Yelena,
Yep.
her little sister.
You got Bucky. You got the Patriot.
Okay.
And then you got Taskmaster.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to die?
Bucky? Yeah.
Who do you think... Steve, who do you think is going to die?
Buckmaster Flash.
Right? So the question is, Steve, when do they kill him off? At the very end?
At the end, yeah.
Or in the middle of the movie as like a driving point for him like the Avengers?
No, at the end, because they don't give a fuck enough about Bucky. None of them would give a fuck enough to be like, oh, I have to avenge Buck. No. It's going to be at the end, probably. As he going to do, some real heroic shit to make up for all the terrible shit that he's done in the past.
So do you think that they added Bucky? Do you think Sebastian, the actor's name? Sebastian Stan. Do you think he asked to be in this to die?
I don't think he asked. I think they told him.
I
think they say, hey, gang, this your last go-around.
See, I would believe that for any other character, but I feel like Bucky has garnered enough love from the fans, and he's been through enough of the iterations to where I feel like Sebastian Stan probably would have had to let it be known that he's either his contract was coming up for renewal and he let them know but I don't got no more in me.
But no, as of right now though, how important is Bucky to the grand scheme though? As of right now,
I would say
leading up to now, yes, with Civil War and all that stuff. But after Civil War, how important is Bucky?
I would have agreed with you if they didn't do the Captain America and Winter Soldier. He's kind of ingratiated himself as because Anthony Mackie's character, Sam Wilson, he's not at the point where he can be solo Captain America yet. I don't feel like.
Well, I think he gonna earn that.
He's gonna earn that in the new one, but I'm saying I would have thought that if they would have killed off Bucky, he would have died in that one. I feel like Sam Wilson, as we know now, if Bucky dies in a situation he's not a part of, he won't be ready to be Captain America by himself.
Don't you think that will be a motivator? Because now he don't have Buck is gone. Not that he needed him, but he's gone now. I'm legitimately Captain America now.
Yes and no. I feel like that is a good motivator, but I feel like that's not a good motivator across movies. I feel like that's a good motivator within movie.
But he wouldn't. But he gonna know Bucky died.
He's gonna no. Obviously he's gonna know. But I'm saying the weight of Bucky really being gone, I feel like won't hit the same if we imagine New World Order, whatever they changed it to, because that made people scared, right? Yeah. So imagine that movie starts and he's sitting at Bucky's grave or something. I ain't gonna hit the same as if he him and Bucky are going through such and such. And Bucky gets taken out.
So here's where he can't die in New World. I'm just calling it that because I don't know what the new name, Brave and the Bold, whatever. Whatever the fuck.
Brave and the Bold.
It was some dumb shit like that, though, copying off of DC, which is stupid. But here's why he can't die in that movie, in Brave and the Bold. Because if them two niggas is beefing and the nigga with super serum, you know what? I say nigga too much.
Said it 3 times then.
I've said it 3 times. If the guy with the super serum
He trying to stop himself.
I had to think about it. If the guy with the super serum dies, but the regular guy don't die, that don't make sense. That's terrible storytelling. If they fight, let's say they both fight in the same group of people.
Yeah.
And Bucky dies somehow, but Sam flies away off the skin of his teeth. That's crazy to me.
I feel
I
like
wouldn't believe
that would
that.
only be crazy if, like you said, maybe they were fighting a group of people. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're fighting the main villain, and it takes both of them to fight whoever the main villain is or whatever thing they're in or something like that, and Bucky takes something, like takes a shot or something that, like not an actual shot like a gunshot, but like takes a hit or some type of device or move that he knows Sam can't survive, and he decides
sacrifices or something.
yeah, and he decides to step in and be like, you know, this is where, like, basically this is telling him that, like, this is where you got to decide if this is what you want, if you're going to be Captain America right here. Like, because if, let's say Bucky gets injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
Falcon, now Captain America, gets them away.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to someplace, maybe not super safe, but somewhere
they
immediately
can
away
regroup
from the
at least, yeah.
action. And Bucky, very hurt, gives him the ultimatum of, like, right now is the time where you could decide whether to turn back or not, right? And Sam has to make a decision about whether he's, because I would assume that during this whole movie, because in Captain America Winter Soldier, he didn't really have time to, like, really weigh what it meant to be Captain America, because there was someone doing something that he had given up, even though he was meant to be the successor, right. And he kind of let Steve down by giving the shield away and all that. So he had to get it back in that essence, right? So I feel like in New World Order, or whatever it's going to be called,
Brave and the Bold,
he's gonna have to come to, like, turmoil is gonna be if he's really good enough to be Captain America, especially as a regular human. And then I think by the end of it, he's gonna come to the conclusion that that's all Captain America was meant to be, was maybe not a regular guy, but they were looking, they got a regular guy.
Yeah, right.
They just gave him the ability to fight.
Yeah.
But, like, in essence, Steve Rogers wasn't picked to be Captain America because he had the serum in him.
No.
He was picked for everything he was before the serum, and the only thing the serum did was make him be, like, you know, the catch-all be-all in terms of he's able to do with his body what his will had. Right. So I think Sam would have to come to the decision if he is good enough to come to terms with the will of Captain America. Obviously, he's not going to be a super soldier, so he's going to have to find his own way to do things. But he's going to have to come to terms of whether he's good enough as a man, as a dude, to be Captain America. And
like that.
I feel like Bucky possibly giving him those choices and being like, this is where, like, you already see what's happening to me. I'm a super soldier. So, like, this is where you got to make a decision of, like, whether you're going to really be Captain America or...
But see, I like that. I like how you broke that down. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's why Marvel should have been hit us up, but that's why y'all fucking up now, but it's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Just keep fucking up. Whatever. That's why Jonathan Majors and all. Sorry.
Well, that's
his own issues. My fault. He did that to himself.
Shout out Megan Good.
Somebody was like, thank God for Megan Good for trying to save that nigga.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say, I like that. That's beautiful. But saying that is like saying Falcon ain't been in the trenches for the last 15 years with the rest of these people.
Yes.
He's been in Avengers. He's been in Civil War.
That's true. No, 100%.
And Endgame and all that stuff. So you're kind of making it seem like he wasn't a part of that. It's different if Sam just came recently.
Yeah.
But he's been here since basically the beginning. So for us to say, oh, are you ready to be Captain America? He is.
But I feel like, but that would be...
Because Cap wouldn't have gave him the shield if he wasn't.
Yeah, but that would be in... You can't say that because a lot of people handed over mantles to people that they knew were ready, but the person who they got didn't know that they were ready. But no, I'm saying
if Cap didn't think Sam is the best, he would have gave it to Bucky. Or he would have gave it to
Yeah, but I'm saying, yes. Yes, Steve knew that Sam was the person to pick.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying that doesn't make Sam automatically worthy to do it. Like Sam has to come, like because that's like taking it off faith. Like obviously he could do that.
Mm-hmm.
That could be its own separate thing if he decided to do that. But he had to. Once he got it, Captain America and the Winter Soldier showed that he didn't believe in
That
Steve's
he was-
decision.
right, that
So
he
it's
was
not
him.
like he got it and was like,
Oh, I'm Cap.
yeah,
No,
I'm
he
Cap,
didn't
and
think
somebody
that.
took it away from him. He already was like, I don't believe that this is for me. So to believe, especially with the way that series ended, to believe that he's instantly with it now would be a
Not
disservice to
with
the
it,
character.
But the way you presented it,
Yeah,
are you ready to be Captain America?
but think about
It's kind of taken away from what he's already accomplished as a hero. is
you're
what I'm
thinking
saying.
about it as if it was a fight, like if it was like a regular Marvel fight in terms of like it's in some like faraway place in maybe some facility somewhere or something like that, and they're beefing. I'm thinking of it maybe more of a like Far From Home. Remember when Peter was fighting Mysterio? So I'm thinking about it like a fight like that where like people are getting dragged into it. The villain is showing like all these casualties, like
And I don't
the
care.
real,
Yeah.
like maybe if he wanted to get a dig at him or something, like the real Captain America would have stopped me by now, or the fight,
Ooh,
the
yeah.
fight is in some way like shown to everybody, and like the fate of something is resting on this fight, and it's like,
And
can Sam perform when
Under
it's
this
only
pressure.
him?
Yeah, and it's just
There,
him.
there is no like he can't call on
like some national.
yeah he
televised
can't yeah
shit,
he can't call on Steve to bail him out. He
and
can't.
and the Avengers
yeah.
is kind of in shambles
Yeah,
at the moment, so
there-
you can't even.
Yeah,
call
in
him.
his mind, there is no
Yeah.
one else that could get
It's
here in
just
time
me.
to do it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
And Bucky's down.
yeah, and then the people seen it.
But that's where he's getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, and then he does
like,
the-
I could do this all day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
do it. That's fine.
that's what I'm saying.
Nah,
Like that. Yeah,
It
like,
got me.
There we go.
That's hard. I like that. No, Marvel, don't fuck this up. We gave it to you. That's two things we gave.
We gave
you the blueprint.
you just gotta clip this.
You just gotta
Write it
clip
down.
this, write it down.
Clean
All
it
we
up a
want
bit.
Is at the end, we want a writing cred that say R&P podcast
Yeah.
at the bottom. With our logo next
Yeah,
to
with
it.
our logo
And
next
we
to
know
it.
you could do it. We
Yeah.
know you could do it, so just put it there.
We won't even sue you guys. We'll get the
just-
subs.
We'll know, and we'll
Yeah.
get the subs for it. Because I'm like, oh, yeah. So that's all we want. But, no, I like that. Okay.
So I feel like him dying in Thunderbolt, they could still kind of do something like that, but I just feel like it wouldn't.
he
hit the
leave
same.
that nigga, he Mekamaru that nigga.
Yeah, basically leaves him a tape. That's all he does is leave him a tape. Lil, I
like-
knew you would be here.
You like, hey, gang, let me tell you something. You got this.
He gets a little VHS that says play when ready. And then it'll be at the end fight. Somehow he's gonna have something that plays it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, get up. And that's all.
Yeah, stop being a bitch. Get your ass
And he
up.
just-
And he's like, Captain, Steve would have got up 3 times already.
Yeah.
And he just started talking to
Or
him.
if they figure out some way, because Sam Wilson in the comic, while he's not a actual super soldier, he got a blood transfusion from Captain America. So technically Captain America's blood is running through his vein, which has lifted his stats a bit in terms of
they
from
could do
regular
that too
human.
with Bucky. Maybe
Yeah.
Bucky, the lad, he like, give my man's a boost. When he on his way out, he like, throw my man's a little bone.
what if Sam Wilson loses an arm and he gets Bucky's metal arm?
That's too much. I feel like
So
that's
he's
a
like
lot.
Bucky America.
Bucky America.
Bucky Falcon America.
Yeah, that's too much. I'll turn that
Falcon
shit off.
Bucky America.
In the theater, I would grab the remote and turn that shit
Captain
off. Captain
Winter Falcon
of America.
of America.
Captain Winter Falcon. That's just too much shit
Captain Falcon Soldier.
of America. You got to add America.
You don't have to.
You do. You got to.
It's
Because he's
just-
wearing the
it's
red,
an
white, and
asterisk.
blue. They could just call him Super Negro.
Negroid. Hey, they used to call us that in the army. I have proof. There's military
did.
records
The
that called
Negro-
Negroids.
I was gonna say the Negro League.
Yeah.
I was gonna, not the Negro League. They used to call it what is it? Deployment. It's the
Yeah.
Negro Air Force. They used to
Yeah,
label it
yeah.
different.
Well,
shit.
I just know they called one singular Negro a Negroid in the army.
Oh, they did. Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Good shit.
Shout out.
Shout out to y'all grandparents. Shout out to
Them
them.
niggas was creative.
Yeah, it was very creative.
But that's all I had on the Thunderbolts. I was just like, I know Bucky's gonna die. He's gonna be like the Rick Flag.
Well, but now that you've kind of posed the question of him and Cap, him and Sam. I don't know now. Definitely Taskmaster.
I was thinking Taskmaster.
Taskmaster's gonna. Well, I think Taskmaster lives one because she's a girl, so you got diversity on there.
Equality.
Well, equality, yes, but I'm saying
niggas,
as
could die.
as Elon Musk likes to say, DEI is racism or whatever dumb shit that nigga talks about.
That nigga.
Which is crazy.
The more that nigga talk, the more I'll be like, maybe he not that smart.
I never thought he was. He had rich parents. So
I didn't know that till recently.
Yeah, man.
I thought he was just a smart person.
You thought he got it out the mud?
Not out the mud, but I thought he was just a smart person. You know, I thought he like at least creating stuff. He was a smart person, but he's not.
You could definitely pay people to create. So
you can pay people to create.
Yeah. So I'll say this, right? Elon Musk is stupid. DEI is not racism. Anybody who tries to give me a solid argument on how DEI is racism, they always just warp it back around to white males and Asian. They like to throw Asians in there with them, like they're not discriminated against, which is hilarious to me. But they like to say that white men and Asian men are the most discriminated in today's society. Asian people were discriminated by your people way before any of this, so I'll say that.
Well, we've already talked about it.
But even past that, they like to say that they're now the most discriminated race. But it's like the DEI, the Inclusionary Act, Affirmative Action was only put in place because you were the only niggas getting hired. We could have the same qualification. Look, you know how you get upset now because you think I only got hired because of the color of my skin? Well, guess what? I used to get not hired because of the color of my skin.
Yep.
So the only thing that it changed was that it made people not look at my color of my skin as a reason not to hire me. They got to find something else. So we're on the
Something
same level.
legit.
So guess what? You feel like you're not getting hired means that you're not at an advantage anymore because I'm no longer at a disadvantage. Now you just realize your ass.
Yeah, because now that we're equal, you're losing.
And guess what? Get rid of affirmative action if you want to. You know, people, you're gonna start seeing less minorities in the workplace, and you'll start associating that with they were never good enough to be there in the first place. Yada yada. You'll feel that way, right? But then when minority-owned businesses are gonna be still doing well and they're hiring minorities, you're gonna be like, well, this doesn't add up. Why couldn't they do that over here, what they're doing over there? It's because we didn't get the chance, nigga.
And a lot of companies.
And when we did, it got burnt down. Don't forget that.
Come on. And you know what I found out too?
What?
The whole Tulsa, Oklahoma shit in 1921, that happened hundreds of different times.
Oh.
I thought it was just, before we really, like, I want to say 3-4 years ago, I thought that was just, we tried to do Black Wall Street. They did what they did, and that was it. There's a map of hundreds of other Black Wall Street or similar movements from like 1890 to 1962, and they burned all of them.
Why can't you guys just figure it out? Why can't you? These other groups of people have figured it out because you haven't let us. Every time we've tried, guess what? You burned it down. Every time we tried to organize, guess what? You've assassinated our leaders.
And no racism shit. And y'all let people from other countries come over here, buy real estate, give us a hard time about buying real estate.
Come on.
And now they're all in our neighborhoods, not y'all's.
Yeah.
Our neighborhoods, owning stores.
Well, that's what they want. They want. Because
they don't get hard time. They go up to the bank and they get loans
the
to
idea
open their shit.
is they wanted to show other minorities doing well in America to be like, America isn't racist. Y'all just don't try hard enough. Not considering that redlining was a thing. They weren't giving loans to black businesses. The ones that they were giving loans to, they were giving out at outrageous rates. There was even a movie with Anthony Mackie. I forgot the name of it, where he had to
Captain America.
Yeah, where he had to basically get a white man to pose as him to go into a bank. That's my alarm. To go into a bank to get a loan to buy property because they wouldn't give him that same loan for his same idea because they said it wasn't good enough.
Come on.
And y'all comment, and we've talked about this too. Some of y'all comment, y'all talk about race a lot. Oh my God, here y'all go complain again. Oh my God. If you're not black, Even if you are black, because then you just being a cool. But if you're not black,
a Sly Cooper.
yeah, Sly Cooper. Sorry, I gotta stop saying that on here. We're not allowed to say that. But if you're not black, shut the fuck up, because you don't understand.
Or at least
You'll never understand.
And to negate what a nigga, and I know I say nigga a lot, but this is legitimately what a nigga is telling you is happening, and not just one, a majority of them is telling you what has happened, and you're like, nah, you bullshit.
Well, no, that's
My granddad would never do such a
Well,
thing.
no, that's
Your
whatever,
pawpaw is a racist, motherfucker. What
well,
are you talking
even
about,
past
bro?
that, right? If you have your own
Damn.
opinions about us, if you feel like black people are always whining, complaining, whatever, yada yada, you can have those feelings. Just don't call me a liar when I'm not lying.
That's
Y'all
fair.
burned our
Okay.
shit down.
That's fair.
If you gonna feel some type
You
of way,
can feel some type of way, but don't say I'm lying.
feel some type of way and just be wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's fine to be wrong.
That's
Just
a
don't try to
fact.
call me a liar. Don't try to cite some sources of it. Be like that never happened, and to be like from the span of 1941 to 1945, no black businesses was burnt. How about we look around that? How about we look a little bit before that, a little bit after that?
Because 1890, 1900, 1910, 1920, they all got burned.
I mean, let me say something. And if you want to take it all the way back, we were still slaves building the country.
Well, that's a whole. They'll never give us credit for that.
But you know, still,
You'll never hear a
Hey,
white
Bob,
person
yeah.
say no shit.
Everybody's
like
a slave.
that. Yeah.
Everybody's been a slave.
Everybody been a slave.
Irish people have
Stop
been slaves.
complaining.
Hey.
Yeah.
Even though they they were slaves in the way that fuck it. Irish people were slaves. Y'all got that potato famine, yada yada. I don't give a fuck, right?
But
no, fuck it. Egyptians, Jewish people were slaves, yada yada. That's different, right? But what they don't like to say, what they don't like to give, right? We were slaves. We got free, and then they put in.
It was a delayed
Yeah.
freedom.
And then they put in laws to make it so we were seen as
Come on.
second class citizens.
Yep.
come on.
And then we got rid of those laws, and then literally the system was in place to make it to where we were still seen as second class citizens the minute we stepped into the system, no matter what we did. And then now we got to a point where it's not as abundant and or as clear as when this happens, but it still statistically happens. You can still see moments of social injustice happening to black people and or other minorities, but it's somehow always a lie. I can't be lying about racism if you can look in the history book and see that there's still people alive that remember when they couldn't go to the same school as other people that look like you.
Yep.
And it wasn't separate but equal because
Also-
our water fountains was covered in shit and yours just got polished.
Yeah.
So
Also-
no.
Yep.
Bro, for like the
Them bathrooms was nasty too.
that's what I'm saying. For the folks that your grandparents like came over here from a different country, y'all really need to shut the fuck up. Because y'all getting the benefits. All you had to do was change your last name, get rid of an accent, and you're chilling. You shouldn't have to do that. I've had this conversation with my dad before. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to be you, live your heritage and all that stuff. I'm not saying that. But my grandpappy couldn't. He could change his last name all he want.
Hey, Steve.
He can't change this.
Steve,
That's nothing he could do.
He was less than a dog. He didn't have a last name.
My fault. Yeah, my bad. He did. He had Master's last name, and that was it.
Yeah. Last name. He had property of. He wasn't whatever lax. He was whatever property of lax.
Lax, yeah. And that's my biggest issue with some of y'all comments is y'all act like we're like making something up. And like Rick said, you can feel how you feel. You could disagree with certain things, but everything we're saying is factual. You can say we're complaining about it, which that's crazy.
If you want to say we're whining, go ahead and say we're
that's
whining.
fair,
But
right.
we're not lying.
But
so
we're not
shut
lying.
the fuck up.
There you go. From the R&P podcast.
Hold on. You? Yeah, while you're typing on your keyboard, yeah, shut the fuck up. Hey, you.
I'm so
you
sick
back
of these
there.
blackies.
Yeah, with your
All
triple
they-
chin. Triple chin, fat brethren. Put that keyboard down. Go look at that McDonald's bag you got next to you. Really decide what you want to do with your life and get out there, get active.
And that's the one dude. Remember the one dude was like, "Oh, I got half y'all followers, and I don't even post."
We doubled it.
It was like, dude,
Nah, fuck it. We doubled it.
what does that have to do with?
Since the last time you commented, we doubled it.
We did double it. Actually, that is a fact.
Next
He's not
time you
even
comment,
capping.
we'll triple it.
He's not even capping. That's a fact. From the time you
Next
commented,
time-
we doubled
actually,
our followers.
The second time from now that you comment, we'll get paid by you commenting. Keep doing it.
But we talk about race a lot here. We know you guys don't like it, so we'll go back to what were we talking about?
Sometimes you gotta feed their ears, man.
I told my dad earlier today, I didn't get to expound on it. After watching, we'll talk about it later, Cat Williams, we're fucked when we get on. Because I'm not saying we're as extreme as Cat, because Cat will just tell on a nigga. We're not the type of niggas that just like be Steve Harvey, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So we see.
I ain't putting on a dress.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not dress wearing niggas. We're not niggas that just shut the fuck up. So I feel like we're fucked in the sense of the only thing y'all can get me on is hoes, because I love hoes. So when I get on, I'm going to spend a lot of money on hoes. So y'all definitely going to be able to get me on that. Be like, well, Steve, he always with Tiana Trump. That don't mean I'm not telling the truth. Just cause me and Tiana Trump hang out a lot don't mean I'm making shit up. She agrees with me.
That's hilarious. You're dumb.
And Rick is a stand-up gentleman. He would never stoop so low to that. He about to get married. So you got nothing on him.
A couple of years out.
Well, you're crazy.
Oh, congratulations.
To get married?
That's
a couple years out, brother.
But I thought you were saying something else. I was going to say you're wilding right now.
No.
But that's a couple years out. It is expensive. It is very expensive. I thought y'all was like a year.
You know how much it costs per plate?
God damn.
Honestly, Rick, knowing you, I thought you was going to have niggas bring their own plate.
Hey, I would love to.
I thought you was going to be like, if you want to be here.
I would love to go to a courthouse and just have it be done.
That's what I figured you'd be on.
It's not
it's
almost as like there's two people in a
yeah,
relationship.
it's not up to you. That's fair, yeah. It's not up to you.
I would love to have it in the courthouse and be done with it. Not to say that to be done with it because you don't want to do it and because it's a hassle. No, to have it to where it's solidified. It is what it is.
And
under
then
the
you
eyes
you
of
can
the
plan
law.
something else
And then
later
you can do
too.
something else down the line,
Yeah.
and that pressure is off of you to where. But I know women in most cases, men too sometimes, don't think I'm being sexist or other, whatever you identify as, whatever 57 gender there is. But that was a little nasty.
I'm not gonna laugh.
Sorry, 58.
That was a Dave Chappelle joke right there.
Yeah, it was.
That was a little crazy.
But
You saw me vibe. I said, "Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that one. Maybe I'll cut that one out."
there's no malice. Keep that in. Yeah, I know some people just love those like events, the being together with your family and them celebrating you.
That's beautiful.
Yada yada yada, all that ego shit, right? I understand it, but it's like I understand the idea of it. It's like I understand how birthdays are. People like to be celebrated for birthdays, and I know how Christmas is. People like to get presents, all that stuff, right? I'm human, so it's not like I don't understand those feelings, but I also understand what it's like. I think there's a lot of customs that poor people participate in that isn't for poor people.
No, that's fair. That's a fact.
I feel like weddings is a custom that poor people participate in that isn't for poor people. I feel like Christmas, to a degree, is a custom that poor people participate in
that they should.
that poor people shouldn't be participating
more.
in.
It's a statistic on the last couple of years. More under middle class people spend more money on Christmas than middle class.
They're compensating.
Yeah.
But it's like this, right? I bought presents for my significant other. And I bought presents, but they weren't in the bag. They weren't in a Christmas bag, right? And I was like, I asked her, it was before Christmas. I asked her, I was like, how would you feel if you got your presents not in the Christmas bag? And she was like, well, it just wouldn't be the same. It just felt like it would be low effort. And I was just, and I went out and got them, right? And I didn't think anything of it until I got in line to pay for them. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing in the world I'm doing right now. I'm buying a Christmas bag to put in Christmas presents because it wouldn't feel like Christmas if they weren't in a Christmas bag. And I'm like, the presents I already spent $300, right? So why am I buying an additional $2 to $3, $4 at the most Christmas bag to make it feel like either it's not low effort or that it's not Christmassy? It's like, what is that additional cost really for? That's what I...
But, wait, Rick. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm not. Just give me a second.
No, 100%.
My effort.
We're
was
not
the-
children. I'll
wait,
say this. This is why
my
we're not
effort
children.
Was wait.
Yep.
My effort was the $300.
100%.
Because that's not short change for
Not
people
short
like
change.
us.
Not at all.
But especially on gifts, that's a lot.
100%.
But we're not drizzy. But when you in a relationship,
Yep.
women have different. They wired different than we are. So to you, yes, it's some dumbass shit. In certain circumstances, to me,
No,
it's some dumbass shit.
This isn't.
But
I'm not doing this. This isn't some women shit. This
It
is some
is.
poor shit.
No,
this is some
That's
poor
the bigger
shit.
scheme, but I'm saying on the 1Vs. In the big screen, in the big scheme of things, I'm right here. I'm right here
You
with
lock-
you.
you locked
I'm
in.
locked in.
Right.
But on the 1Vs, is for women is just a different thing, bro. And sometimes
Ego.
it. Well, I don't know what it is,
What?
but
He basically kind of said it. Rick did.
for women,
Technically.
it's a little different. They're wired different with certain shit. So it behooves us to sometimes play into the delusions, is what I'm saying.
I'll play into any delusion as long as my bank account allows it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
100%.
You were
That's totally
able
right.
to get the bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was stupid while I did it.
It was stupid why you did it.
Yeah.
You probably didn't like that you had to do
No,
it.
not 100%.
Which you didn't have to, but you didn't
Yeah,
like that you
I
did
know
it.
what you mean.
But did it make your day a little bit better? Because if you wouldn't have put it in the bag, how would your Christmas would have went?
It would have had maybe 20% less cheer.
20% less cheer is a lot less cheer
Hey,
than wherever you were at.
Yeah.
Say you were at 80.
Yeah.
60 is really
60 is
bad.
bad. Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna add on the
So,
Christmas thing, as far as like presents under the grips, I guess it give it the aesthetic. The aesthetic.
It does, yeah.
But
The,
for who?
The looking nice of it, like.
But I'm saying it's not like
For
we have
who?
children. It's not
Right,
like we
right.
have kids. Like for kids,
No, I definitely get what you're saying, like spending money, but
I understand a little bit more.
I'm talking about the feng shui of things. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you walk into a house, it's a nice Christmas tree. The princesses are wrapped nice.
It gives
just
you
the
a
feng
Christmas
shui.
feeling, yeah.
Then you get that vibe from it. But if you see going to a house that's Christmas, there's no tree, and you see bags on the floor, it's like, yeah, we got the presents, but it's
not
the aesthetic
not
of
the
it.
same.
It's the
Yes.
aesthetic of it. But
I
I
will
definitely
say-
get what you're saying though,
Yeah.
because if you got the money, if you don't got the money, why try to spend it and
Yeah.
run around and do all this stuff to try to get it off when you don't got the money?
And I will say too, like,
My fault.
if it wasn't for Shiley,
Yeah.
I wrap Shiley's presents and all that stuff. I don't do the tree thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't do the decorations because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Shiley's asked me, like, can we get a tree? I'm like, Shiley, trees cost money.
Right.
Decorations cost money.
Money.
And I can't justify that purchase.
In your head.
And I'm gonna say
The gifts for you, no, I'll buy 1,000 gifts for you if I can.
I want to say one
I
thing.
can't, but if I can, I will. Go ahead.
I want to say one thing too, like, and I agree with you too, cause like, for Christmas, I didn't buy no gifts. I bought my mom and dad what they got, and I just gave it to them just how they was. Like,
Yeah.
no present, no. It was just
Yeah.
seen the box, and I gave it to you. Hey, Merry Christmas, and they were still cool with it. So
Yeah. I definitely understand. Like
and me and
it's
my
a-
dad just get each other shit when we can.
Yeah.
And that's the presents for the year.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that each their own thing. I understand that idea. It's just like it'd be different if we didn't have financial goals.
right, right.
But it feels like, and this is not to say anything about my actual relationship, just the idea of everybody's
general.
relationship as a whole. And obviously, since I'm saying this, it obviously means my relationship to some degree. So if you want to psychoanalyze it, you can. But I just feel like because there's
We're not attractive enough for them to care about what.
somebody will,
Somebody
and it
will.
might get clipped. I just feel like there's certain things that people promise each other and themselves, like in terms of what they want to achieve. But I feel like their actions are very much counterintuitive to those things.
That's fair.
And they don't necessarily realize that, but when you point it out, they then call you like, like you're being a Scrooge in the case of Christmas, or you're being like a warrior in the case of regular life, or you're being like frugal and like just have some fun sometimes, right? And maybe
I agree with that to
they
an
might
extent.
be right to an extent. But the idea is like if it does work out in the end, like if you do still after you stop being a Scrooge and and you loosened up a bit, and you still meet your goal, it wasn't because you loosened up. Because if you were tight, if you were loose,
you're gonna reach your
and
goal,
you met it, then that means if you were tight, you would have met it. You met it sooner or with a greater amount. A greater amount. Mm-hmm. If you don't meet it, and you weren't frugal and whatnot, you basically told your future self, your past self told your future self that they didn't matter. Like you were willing to just do all this stuff and it doesn't work out. And then my problem is that it seems like the people who are always on the opposite side of it always are happy about it working out, but they never really take into account what had to happen for it to work out. Right. And so it's like, because then that kind of reinforces their like, yeah, I can do whatever and we still meet it. But it was like, we didn't meet it because you did whatever. We met it because I was, because the other person was able to do whatever they set out to do while still accounting for you doing whatever you were doing.
Rick, it goes back to what I was saying as far as relationships go. As far as heterosexual relationships go, at least. I don't know how the other folks
We can speculate,
but as far as heterosexual relationships go between, men and women.
Because that's all you can account for.
That's all I can account for. I haven't indulged into anything else. Mm-hmm. It goes back to women a lot of times are just wired different than what we are. Especially as me and Vi kind of talked, I'm not going to get into your business. Me and Vi had a conversation off camera, not about this, but just similar shit. And especially our group of friends, our circle of friends, we're different mindset niggas. I'm not saying like, oh, we're just different. Like, don't clip it and put a little font over it and all that shit for TikTok. Don't do that. I don't mean it like that. I just mean we look at stuff relatively realistically for the most part. Yeah. Yes, there is room for comfort and having fun. Yep. But at the end of the day, if we're trying to save 20 bands by the end of the year, you spending 2 bands on a trip you want to go on isn't gonna lead us to that.
It's not intuitive.
Yes, maybe we deserve a trip. Yeah. Because I've made that comment before. Oh, Steve, you deserve a little cupcake. Yeah. You've worked out a couple of times, not recently, but I've had that conversation with myself. Yeah. But it's just counterintuitive to the goal.
Yeah, 100%.
But women, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, in the moments of wanting something, don't think about that. Whereas men, we have to. We don't have a choice. Yeah. Because society has made that our
There's no one to catch us if we fall.
Yeah. If we fall, it's nothing. If not your girl, but I'm saying if your girl falls, you're there. Yeah. As far as a relationship.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Now, if she's single, well, bitch, I don't know. Maybe you got your dad or something. But as far as in a relationship, you fall, I got you. Yeah. I fall, you might have me. Maybe. And that's not comfortable. That's not comfortable. That's not a comfortable way to live. Yeah. So
being the safety net but not having a safety net is probably one of the top 3 most stressful things.
Yeah, it's very stressful, but
not to say and these roles could be reversed. The woman could be the safety net.
I've seen those.
And the man is the one being caught, and she has no safety net.
I'm like, damn, some niggas have all the luck. I'm just saying,
as the safety netter, it's never a comfortable feeling when you feel like you're about to fall, and the person that you've been catching isn't going to catch you. It's something that you could probably live with. It's something
might not catch you.
Yeah, might not catch you. Yeah. It's something that you can probably live with, and it's no slight to them as a person. But it does kind of feel like why am I the responsible one? Why am I taking these hits to my enjoyment to meet goals that it seems like you don't care as much about as I do? But then when they come around and they're not met, we're both looking at each other like, what happened? Or even it feels like you probably think because I'm the more responsible one, you're asking me what happened. And the only thing I can think in my head is, what about you, though?
Have you? Well, I was going to say something. No, well, fuck it. I was going to say something. Fuck it. Just say it. I've been in a situation where something like that happened, and you bring up, well, you wanted this, and this. Yeah. And that's why we're here. And I've gotten, well, why would you listen to me in the first place?
Yes, 100%.
And I would be like, that's domestic violence.
Yeah, no.
That's that point where you're like,
where your fist ball up?
yeah,
Like Arthur?
Yeah, but then you stop yourself.
Yeah.
That's the difference between corny niggas and regular niggas.
yeah.
You like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no. You imagined it.
Yeah, you think about it, but you're like,
you imagined it, but your fist stayed at its side.
yeah, you like, nah, I couldn't do no shit like that. But that's it. And not for all, and some niggas are just nasty.
Yeah. Where that little bit was.
Why'd you listen to me in the first place?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That
No,
right there.
100%. And
Don't
I think,
hit your girl. Some niggas out there probably gonna be like, R&P said
no, 100%. No, they will. They'll put it on
don't
us.
do that,
They'll
bro,
put it on us.
please.
But hey,
We did
as far
say
as y'all
that.
niggas know, we get no bitches. So why listen to us?
Oh, I don't. I'd let it be known I don't get no bitches. And I'm still funnier than all of y'all niggas
That's
out
hilarious.
there, bro. So it don't matter.
I look at it like this, right, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can go to our next topic. I look at it like this.
Great convo, by the way.
I think those people don't want to see accountability in themselves because, one, they've been reliant on you. So they felt like at that point, because they've been relying on you, that
You should have had a backup plan.
not even that you should have, but that they expected that of you. And low key, to them, you let them down by being super consistent up to that point. You've now gave them an expectation, and since you missed that expectation, they do feel disappointment. Is it correct disappointment? Is it disappointment that makes sense? No, but I feel like that's just the instant human reaction when it's something that you always expected and then it doesn't come.
But my thing is,
It's like
though,
a check. It's like if
right.
you don't work for a week, right? But you always expect getting a check
every week, yeah.
even though you know you didn't work, even though you remember
still
all
hurt
that
when you
time
don't
you was
get your
laying
check,
down.
yeah.
When the check still don't hit your bank account,
I've been there.
it
as well,
still
yeah.
is like, damn.
Where that shit at?
Yeah, it's like even though you know you didn't deserve to get paid, because you always expect money in your account, when it doesn't come, then you're like, damn, what the fuck?
But my thing is, why would you let that come out your mouth though?
Yeah, and
Even if you feel that internally because of circumstances,
yeah. That's where like being able to have empathy comes in. That's when,
because it's like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. If
or common sense.
if I didn't do this, and this,
yeah,
when you asked, you wouldn't have been happy. The analogy we used: if you wouldn't have got the bag, 20% less cheer in the day.
Yep.
If I didn't do this, and this, which led us to here,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have been happy. That would have been a problem at that moment. I did those things so you could be at least some form of happy in those moments.
Yeah.
Now we're here, and you're saying, "Why'd you listen to me in the first place?"
Laugh now, cry later.
That's my thing. It's like, okay, I feel and I've been giving women the benefit of the doubt of not being wired the same,
Women,
but also
all people deserve a benefit of the doubt.
Well, no, but I'm saying even if you're not wired the same as we are, at a certain point you got to be like,
something's gotta change.
Hey, get a simple my fault game.
My fault.
My fault.
Yep.
But not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets that. But Ava, where we at on time?
We at 109.
Keep going, man. We in a group.
Yeah, I'm cooking.
Unless Vi
Yeah.
gotta go somewhere.
Vi, you gotta go.
I got about 20 more minutes.
That's all we need. What you want to get into, man?
Oh, speaking of frugalness and wasting your money, I've come to a conclusion, Steve. With all the things going around the internet, the Starbucks X Stanley Cups are the Jordans for white women.
Oh, for sure.
And all women, I feel, and some men. I seen a video of groups of women and one child run into a Target to where they had the Starbucks X Stanley Cups. They were like some color pink or something. They didn't look that fire to me, honestly, but who am I? Maybe I'm a hater. They ran to the stand, and people were picking them up like 4 at a time.
That's 400.
Stanley Cup.
Those things, I think, because they're limited edition.
Look it
Yeah,
up real quick.
the Stanley
Look it up
Cups.
real
Yeah,
I gotta see how these
Yeah,
motherfuckers
look it up.
look.
Yeah.
It's the Starbucks Stanley Cups is a specific one, but Stanley Cups are
Are they a Starbucks shoe? Like, is it the shoe?
No,
brand?
No, they're a cup.
It's a cup like that you drink.
like
out
a
of.
drinking cup.
It's $100 cup.
Oh, okay. I
But
thought
they
it was
are
shoes
like
or something.
Jordans for white women
Yeah.
or
Okay,
all women.
I got you.
Well, black women been buying it too.
Yeah, they have.
Not in droves.
White women are the majority.
Yeah, I feel like black women at least have the common sense to be like,
It's like this, right?
you know.
Everybody loves fried chicken, but for some reason, black people love fried
And
chicken.
$200 for this shit? God dang.
Yeah,
200?
I was gonna get into that. He kind of ruined that for me.
My fault,
It's
my fault.
reselling
God
for
damn.
$200.
They Rick, stop playing with me. Rick.
100%.
They're reselling.
reselling.
They really are. They gonna have a StockX for Stanley Cup.
They're probably already is.
What's so special about I mean,
It's a cup.
carry on.
It's a cup that you can carry around that has a straw in it.
And it's high quality. Wait, no,
Yeah.
It's
It is high quality. A car did catch on fire and burned down, but the Stanley Cup was intact and the liquid inside was still cold.
Are you? Oh,
Yeah, that's
no.
hey,
Hey,
that's kind
I
of
might have to give me a Stanley Cup. That's a little crazy.
I want to say that when they shook it, that bitch had ice in it.
Oh, Stanley, they make fucking
They make thermoses.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, I
It
forgot
still
you work in
had-
the field. You
Yeah.
probably seen a Stanley
it
Stanley
still
thermos.
had
Yeah.
ice in it after.
Yeah, they shook it.
Nah.
I'm gonna get
Hey,
it.
white girls. I'm sorry.
You agree with him?
sorry,
I'm getting
I'm
the
sorry.
Stanley thermos.
Okay.
Very, very much not as loved as the Stanley Cups.
Okay.
Because they're
What's the
thermoses.
difference?
A thermos versus a cup.
Well, I'm saying what would be the difference between?
So a thermos is for either really hot things or really cold things.
No,
So
I'm
then-
not.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, why is the thermos less like than the cup?
Oh, because they're not cute, and they don't have a straw.
You could just.
Yeah, thermos is them big bulky things that.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
bulkier
a little
too?
bit bigger.
Okay,
You can get
okay.
the skinnier one. I was looking at a 40 ounce.
You get a 40 ounce.
I was thinking in my mind, right? Because I'm working out and I'm not meal prepping per se, but I'm trying to like make food and eat. So I'm thinking like if I'm at work, and because I'm a child inside, right, I would have tomato soup in the thermos, and I'd have grilled cheese in a little foil wrap in my lunchbox, and I would just be on my lunch because the thermos comes with the top of the thermos is a cup.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the thermos is sealed by like a vacuum seal. That's what keeps it whatever temperature.
whatever
So
cold.
so I take vacuum seal off, or they have the ones where you can twist the seal, and so it's like an open and a close. So that I would twist the seal, pour the tomato soup in a little cup, and then just be dipping my grilled cheese and just be at work at my desk. Just
Yes, this is crazy.
But 10 bands for that though?
no, the thermoses are like $20-$30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting
So
it.
why
I'm not
is
getting it
that
anytime
cheap?
soon.
Why is that so cheaper than the cup?
Because the cup, I think the cups are around like 20-30, but the resale is coming up because this is a limited edition and it's Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Starbucks.
Oh, that's why they okay.
Even though
Okay, I see.
even
Yeah.
though people are supposed to be like boycotting Starbucks, but if
Well, niggas forget about that every week, and then the next week they remember.
They
I'm
remember,
supposed
yeah.
to be after
But-
they get they cookie pops.
I will say Starbucks was feeling the hit though because the CEO made a post about the boycott and saying that people were misconstruing Starbucks' position in the Israel-Palestine conflict, and but they don't want to acknowledge that another reason for the boycott was also because they were union busting, which is illegal. So once the CEO makes a tweet,
You doing something?
then you know
well, they stock.
you know that nigga bonus ain't get hit.
Yeah, they stock dropped like I want to say like 20%.
It dropped a lot
Yeah,
for,
it was
for
something
Starbucks.
crazy. Which Starbucks they make enough money where it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, but still, it
But
was like
15-20% drop is
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. So people, whoever's doing whatever, you're doing something.
Yeah,
so.
but then they put their spies in the field and
got them cups going.
yeah,
Now it's going back.
they
up.
got them cups. They put the cups out, and then they got the spies in the field to like kind of like be like, oh, these cups are gonna be super popular and hard to get, and and then people
Get
started.
people
and,
talking.
once people hear hard to get and popular, hoarding comes in.
Yeah.
Hoarding is right there, like toilet paper
I will say, which
during
is
the pandemic.
I never thought about Starbucks like seriously like going there
Mm-hmm.
until after they started wilding out and niggas was boycotting.
Yeah.
And then I kept hearing about Starbucks and I said, I want to try a cake pop.
No.
And then I was like, but nah, they
That's what
shitty.
they want. Yeah, no.
I was like, no.
you almost got brainwashed.
Yeah, I almost got because I kept right after the boycott
Yeah.
shit. I kept hearing about them. I said, "Oh, cake pop would be fire," but then I was like, Nah.
Yeah, no,
Them
you almost
niggas
got
ain't shit.
brainwashed.
Yeah, they almost got me. They
The only thing
definitely
I
almost
messed
got
with
me.
at Starbucks, they got this like vanilla bean frappe or something. It's basically like a milkshake, but instead of regular milk, it's vanilla bean ice cream.
You like milkshakes, Rick?
Yeah, I love them. Well,
I do too.
Well,
I do too.
from what my mom
As
told
you guys
me,
can see, I
yeah,
do
from
too.
what my mom told me, I was 8 pounds 8 ounces coming out, so that's a bowling ball if you think about it, right? She said the only things that she could eat were Louis hamburger and hot dogs, so like the what they're like whatever the meat sauce on them, whatever, jalapeno nachos and strawberry milkshakes, and I love everything on that list to this day. So whatever nutrients was in those things.
Well, I don't know about nutrients.
Yeah, whatever nutrients. It got me to 8. It got me to 8.8.
It was grease.
I was a healthy baby. It got me to 8.8, and I had a head full of hair coming out.
Oh damn!
I had an afro.
I did too. Afro. No, I didn't have an afro, but you was like that coming out.
That's crazy.
Oh, then maybe the grease.
The jalapenos is what I heard.
It
The
got you
jalapenos
spicy?
is supposed to. If you get from what the old wives' tale is, if you get heartburn while you're pregnant, that means your baby's gonna have hair when it come out. And I had a afro.
Yeah, I didn't have a full head.
It's literally,
I
I literally have a picture of me, like, probably like a couple months old, where I have an afro and then I'm holding the football like this in overalls.
I had the Jerry curls. I had the natural Jerry curls.
Yeah, me too.
My
me
shit
too.
was fire.
It was
Me too.
laid.
Yeah, it was lame. My shit was fire,
They
bro.
called you Detroit Red.
My shit
They
was
called you.
fire,
They
bro.
called you Detroit.
And now I'm just a nappy-headed nigga.
Nigga.
That's crazy. Why do our hair go from that to nappy so quick?
Well, I
When
think
you
I don't take care of
It's
my
the
hair.
melanin.
It is the melanin. Also, I don't take care of my. I feel like if I legitimately took care of my hair, my shit would be crazy.
And don't get
But
me
I
wrong
don't.
in my statement. I love the nappiness. I mean, that's what we.
Oh yeah, it's
that's us.
beautiful.
I don't.
But I'm just saying, like,
You don't like nappy hair?
It
I like it.
bothers me.
but I just wonder how
it
to
just makes like things look not great.
nappy with a cut be
Sometimes.
cool. Nappy
If
with
you
a cut.
cut
be
it,
cool.
yeah. If it's cut, it's
nappy
fine.
with a cut, cool.
Just like how I was in high school, just living off of it, it looked bad. It don't look good.
It always bothered me because my hair looked nappier than it felt, and so it would look like my hair needed all the water in the Sahara. But then it happens every single time, right? Especially in high school, right? And this was before I was a committed relationship, before everybody says and whatever, right? Girls would see my hair, they'd be like, "That joint look dry," and the instinctual thing for women, black women, when they see a nigga with nappy hair, is to touch it and be like, "Oh wow, this thing is dry," like like to emphasize how dry it is to confirm it, right? Every time a woman would touch my hair after commenting that joint looked dry, they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's so soft." I'm like, "I know. I put shampoo, conditioner, I pick it out." Like,
real quick, Rick was doing better than me. Bitches was not playing in my hair.
you didn't have hair.
I did.
What year did you have hair?
Oh well, that's when I was Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
But that wasn't. You shouldn't touch that because
Look
you would hurt your finger.
This nigga
if you
Steve
touch
went
my-
from the baldy or the Yama
Jungle
cut
Boy.
to full out like grew out, and I'm like, they didn't have time. The transition was too quick.
I didn't. How did I grow my hair that fast
Yo,
too?
it's crazy because I remember the Yama Cup. And I wasn't
Yama
even
Cup
from
was
the
You know what's funny? The yarmulke, and you guys will never see it unless the one person that took a picture leaks it. No one will ever see that shit. And Shorty, you know who you are. If you put that shit out,
You coming for defamation?
I'm suing the fuck out of you. Oh God, I remember your name. I'm gonna sue you. I know the one person that has it. And if you put it out, I swear to God, she gon' cause you know niggas wait till you on to do shit.
Yeah.
Bitch, I swear to God,
All right.
I'm gonna get you for all the your little hair business you got, everything you got.
So that's who has it?
I think yeah. I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But
quick question,
the
bro.
yarmulke, go ahead.
Who cut that joint?
Oh no, fuck it. Yarmulke story. Fuck it.
You don't got a lot of time.
So we don't. So the yarmulke was literally a 1 day thing.
You're gonna be talking to this in a minute.
Yeah, the yarmulke was a 1 day thing that happened. And people to this day still talk about that shit. Because I'm stupid and I wanted to keep my record.
It was supposed to be a what?
It was a 1 day thing that happened on I'm saying it only happened. I only had it for 1 day. And niggas still to this day talk about it. Rick, I swear to God, I only had it for one day. It was one day. Because the next day I came in, it was gone. And niggas was still talking about it, bro. I didn't rock it for 2-3 weeks or anything like that. It was one day. Rick, all right, bro.
Brother.
How long was it, Rick?
Brother, you my mans. Right? And
Philly, you my man. You my man, baby.
And I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay.
Like you my brother for real. Like and everything but blood.
Just get to it.
You had that joint for a while. Bro.
No, Rick. Okay,
bro,
you're
were known for the floating sideburns, brother.
No, that's not the yarmulke. The
I'm
yarmulke is
saying,
that shit.
But that I know the yarmulke.
I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the floating sideburns.
The float like
that was my go-to. Now that was just me.
The floating sideburns, right? Would create a yarmulke because you would cut your hair so low. And you would have the floating sideburns that when it was time for it to get cut again, that it would form a natural yarmulke before the next cut. It wasn't the specific yarmulke where it was clean around.
Well, hold on, wait. Well, now you're just disrespecting.
Well, that's how it grew.
Well, no,
that's how it grew, brother.
No. Now you're just disrespecting me. That's a different conversation. If we're gonna just disrespect Steve, then we can turn this shit off. What I'm talking about, Rick's just disrespecting me as a person, and that's whatever. We've been friends for a long time. Maybe he's comfortable disrespecting me. That's whatever, right? That's whatever. What I'm talking about, people, is for one day.
Oh my God!
My dad tried to cut my hair, and midway through him cutting my hair, his clippers broke. I'm glad you're having a good time. Midway through him cut my hair, his clippers broke.
Yo.
And
shit.
When his clippers broke, he asked me. He said, "You don't have to go to school. I can't get no clippers till like tomorrow or whatever. I could get the clippers and fix you up, but you don't got to go to school." I said, "No, man."
I would have seen myself.
Listen, I've been going to school every day. I'm not gonna miss a day for no shit like this. Whatever, right? I'm chilling. It's cool, whatever. So he took his trimmers and tried to at least line it up. That's what made it seem like I did it on purpose. I didn't. But he was like, well, let me at least try to do something to it, right? Boom. I go to school, and that was the worst high school decision. Second worst high school decision. I got another one. You know what I'm talking about. That was the second worst high school decision I ever made, because still to this day, for one thing that I did, niggas that's from school that I'll just talk to briefly remember yarmulke.
Yo, it's so funny.
And that vibe wasn't in our school, bro.
Well,
no, DJ told me.
I'm about to say, Dave not gonna let that ever.
He's
go.
not.
He was crying when he came home. He was crying when he came home.
That was his favorite. That was his favorite you moment in the entire world.
And I was so hurt because I was like, damn. I thought niggas would just be like, oh shit, your shit fucked up and leave me alone. No. Niggas was going crazy the whole day.
They were
niggas was cooking me the whole day. And I was just like, I could have stayed home, man. Even my dad girl at the time was like, you should just stay.
I'm laughing so hard because I fucked up my shit a couple of times. And my shit never go back. I remember the one time I tried to cut my own. And the sides only.
That's why I don't touch my own shit.
The sides went back, bro. That shit was crazy, man. So it's all good, but that shit, man.
I'll never live that.
I got fucked up by my barber, and everything else was good, but the back of my neck was at like.
And barber
in school?
Yeah.
Or really?
Yeah.
Did you come to school?
Yeah. Only person who tried to dog me out about it was Ray, and he took a picture of it.
That's funny.
You remember?
Well, Ray's an asshole. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Rick, I didn't even remember that happened to Rick.
Yeah.
Something happened to me. Niggas never lets it go.
Yours was
niggas
profound.
Never let it go. It was profound because my dad did edge it up, which was fire. It made it seem like it was on purpose.
Mine was definitely a graph. Mine was a line graph on the back of my neck. Yeah,
I remember the picture because I remember Ray was trying to show people.
Yeah.
And I said, Ray, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And then he was just laughing. You know how Ray used to. Yeah. Ray.
Well, the thing is, right? I have no problem with people joking. Well, none of us do.
No,
but none of us would go out and take a picture like you had the yarmulke. none of us would
Yeah,
be
the
like,
only person that took a picture was
someone
that
out,
bitch.
Yeah, was someone outside of our group.
I know who you are. Hey,
that
Shorty.
camera's done, brother. There we go.
Shorty, I know who you are.
Yeah.
You better not. If you got it, delete it.
Yeah. So, but like none of us would go that far for it because it's
Yeah,
like,
nah, because that's
what are you doing?
We already joking about it. Yeah.
Any pictures that we had as a group that we made fun of was something
Stayed
that
in the group.
person took.
Yeah.
Like that person took and put on the internet, and we were like, nah, this
Or
is
shit
crazy.
we put in the chat.
Yeah.
I've put shit in the chat that was stupid.
Yeah.
That I shouldn't have, like me making a funny face or something.
Yeah.
And those make the
But
rotations.
those are still pictures of you.
Yeah.
It wasn't pictures of somebody else.
No, no, we don't do that.
And-
Unless it's something that's already out.
Yeah,
Like you said.
and so Ray was doing that, and I just started flaming the shit out of him.
You did. You did.
And I was,
Ray used to be producer. Ray's not here, but Ray used to. There's many a times in high school where I wanted to hurt Ray. I'm not.
well,
gonna lie.
Ray was a dick.
He and we all
But not
were.
even like he wasn't even like a funny one.
Yeah, he would just like
was
sometimes, and then sometimes it would come off like he was like trying to like be on some type shit.
Yeah.
And me back in the day, I'm pussy now. I'm not starting nothing with nobody. But back in the day, I was quick to want a beef about something.
You were.
I was immediately.
You almost fought one of our people.
He pressed me though. He pressed me. But regardless, I was very quick to want to get into an altercation, and Ray many a times got me to the point either I'm a
Is this
do
really what
something-
you want to do?
Yeah. Either I'm gonna walk away,
Yeah.
or we're not gonna be friends after this. It's two options right here.
100%.
Yeah. High school was something.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the R&P Podcast, episode 128. I never said
29.
that. 29.
Wait.
Hold on. I got you guys.
If you're looking on Spotify, it's not updated.
It's 129 for this one.
129 for this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Episode 129.
Okay. That feels wrong. But yeah.
Here we go.
And we love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Check out our other stuff. More skits on the way. Other
Sir.
content. That's it.
Bye. Bye. Rick, you gotta start doing that again, man.
Yeah. R&P moves, R&P groove, ayy. Yeah, I've been in the R&P mood, ayy.